Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I don't want to make light of any type of serious situations because you guys know how I feel about, violence and gun violence and all of that. But we're dealing in an age right now where we have to watch how we move. We can't watch everything. I realize you can't stop everything. You can't, keep everything from happening. But we have to be careful about being sitting ducks for certain things. We've had this bishop in Brooklyn, New York, Bishop Lamore Whitehead, who was preaching, in a sermon, and folks came in to rob him, and his family at gunpoint. It's a scary time that we're in. One of the things that, we really have to pay attention to who's around us. We got to be more vigilant. He was robbed of over $1 million worth of jewelry. And the robbery was all caught on film because apparently he was live streaming the sermon at the time. And I tell you, first of all, obviously these are people that have been watching, you know what I mean? Whoever these folks are, they've been watching, they're seeing what's going on, this whole thing. We really have to pay attention. And sometimes we can't show our full hand of everything that we have. This is a very, the bishop is well off and he doesn't hide it, and I'm not saying that you should hide it, but sometimes you can't let everybody know what you have. You know what I'm saying? Because it will attract great people to you who want to glean and learn from you to, because if you want to be where success is, you have to surround yourself with successful people. You know what I mean? That's part of how that works. But at the same time, you have to be careful how much you show, how much you put out there. I see a lot of coaches doing this, business coaches, where they're proving, we have this thing called social proof, where they are proving how much money they have in their bank accounts. And they're pulling up their bank accounts and bringing it, on screen to show people. And it's like, listen, not everybody has your best interest in heart. Not everybody has your best interests in heart. They don't. So you're driving the Rolls Royce, you out here with your Rolexes and your precious stones and diamonds and all of that, and people are watching that, and they're like, okay, he's next. You know what I mean? You just don't know. There's people lurking around every freaking corner, just waiting. You think you're there just, preaching the word of God and trying to give people knowledge, and you're living the way that you want to live, but at the same time, people are watching. And New York is notorious for this sort of thing, just cleaning people out. So we have to really be careful. I spoke about rock star Christians in a previous podcast episode, because it's getting to the point where you can't tell the rappers from the bishops. You can't tell, the pop stars from the worship leaders. You know what I'm saying? It's really getting to the point where that line is getting completely blurred now, and less and less respect is going to the church because of it. Like I said, I'm not saying that people cannot live the life that they want to live. But if you're going to do that, you have to be more discerning about how you display it and how you move, because we don't live in the same world anymore where people would be happy for you. We live in a world where more people will actually hate on you and want to see you suffer. Thank God, they were okay as far as physically. I know mentally, this is going to stick with them for the rest of their lives, and I hope that they, get whatever help that they need so they don't have to, carry that burden and everything. But we got to move different. If it means extra security, if it means, putting that money out for stuff like that, then that's what we got to do. I was very sad to hear this thing. You guys know I'm a native New Yorker, so I never want to hear, these type of things. And it's just the nonsense that's been going on lately and the violence that's been going on in different cities, not just New York, but even here in Atlanta. It's been crazy. If you live in any urban city around the country, and even around the world, there's been so many crazy things. People have just become unhinged. And we have to really get back to center and what's important. Family. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows how I rock. God, family, business. In that order every time. That will never change. And we have to get back to what's really important. And flossing on the gram is not it. Bent over on the gram and, hiking up cleavage. That's not it at all. But we've been so driven by this society. It's just getting worse and worse, where everything is about likes. Everything is about what can you be today that's going to get you more clicks, more likes, more views. Everything is something. Everything is hanging on a scam, one step from a scam. It's horrible. So while I'm glad that, these folks are okay, maybe that's the wake-up call that needed to happen for them to change how they move, and for other, not just preachers, but anybody out there, whether you're a public figure or not even a public figure. You could just be somebody who's well off, that you made your money in your business. Not everybody has to know every move you make. You don't have to post every single time you're sitting on the beach right at that moment. I think I said this the other day. People like, oh girl, enjoy your vacation. Girl, I went 2 months ago. And I post the pictures after the fact. Because I don't need to be advertising, oh, my house is empty. Nobody's home. The whole entire family went on vacation. You don't need to do that. People pay attention to these things. We got to be smarter about how we move. That's it. All right, you guys, I'm out. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. I will shout you out on Instagram. Let me know that you're listening and that you support at Onyx Queen Media. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.